Good morning, everyone. This is Chad Wilson. I want to talk about your conventions of peer-reviewed journal articles assignments. You have 10 of these over the course of the term, the course, and they are designed to help you analyze what people do in actual published engineering or scientific writing. And the conventions for both those are very, very similar. So that's why we can use them interchangeably. In fact, our textbook is called For Engineers and Scientists. So the Pocketbook of Technical Writing for Engineers and Scientists. The way I want you to approach these assignments is to be a critical reader and analyst of what the people are doing in the pieces that you choose. So first, for the first assignment, you need to go to the library's website. You can just Google UH Library, or you can go to info.lib.uh.edu. And you can choose databases. I think it's databases and guides. And then when you do that, on the left side, you'll see a drop-down menu that has subjects. I think it says all subjects. If you click that, you can scroll down to your major, and then it'll give you a list of databases that are commonly used in your major. So if you go to Web of Science, for example, you click on that, and then you can put in some search terms. So search for something that you're interested in. Maybe it's nanotechnology, maybe it's a certain process used in chemical engineering, maybe it's Lean Six Sigma, whatever you're interested in, based on your major, based on your interest. So go do your search, find 3 articles, download those articles, and then you're going to use those throughout the rest of the conventions assignments, okay? And I'm just going to call this conventions assignments. So you've got your 3 articles. Post the links, post the titles to the discussion board. There's a forum for conventions of articles. For the second one, you're going to want to take those 3 articles, and I want you to pretend as if you are going to cite those articles in a paper that you're writing. So let's say you're writing a paper on that subject, you need to cite those articles. Well, how do you cite them? Now, traditionally you've all used MLA. I've got another video where I talk about why you're probably not going to use that anymore. But you're going to look up your major society. So if you're electrical engineer, you're going to look up IEEE. If you're a mechanical engineer, it's ASME. If you're industrial, it's IIE or AICE, whatever it is. Look up your major society and try Googling the major society IEEE author guidelines, or IEEE citation system, or IEEE citation style. And you're going to want write those articles in the style of your major society. This is what you should be using from now on. And that's it. That's all you have to do is write the citation, the full citation for those 3 articles that you chose. So that's number 2. For the third one, it's about headings. And here I want you to go through the article and pick the major headings. So if it has introduction, you're going to want to write down introduction. So do that for each of the 3 articles. Write down all 3 headings. So first put the citation at the top, so I know which article you're talking about. Then the headings listed in that article. Then citation 2, all the headings in article number 2. Then citation 3, all the articles in number 3. And then you need to analyze, what are the differences and similarities? Do each of them have what could be a methodology statement or a methodology section? Do all of them have results? Or is there something that could be interpreted as results but isn't called that? So I want you to analyze, are they doing something similar with their headings? Are they following a similar format? Is one of them kind of an outlier? So then you get to assignment 3, and here you're going to talk about the titles. I want you to state each title, and I want you to think about the words that it's using. Now I give you some questions there to help you. How specific is each title? What words you have trouble understanding? What do those words tell you? But that last part, how would you tell someone engineers write titles? So I want you to think about the actual way it's structured. Do they start with a word that has ing, like a gerund, using or designing, something like that? Do they have prepositional phrases? A system of blank in blank. Okay, prepositional phrases like of and in, on. Is it the whole title just a noun string? I want you to get in there and look at the titles and see if they're doing something similar. Don't just say, be specific, give the keywords. No. Do you write a complete sentence, for example? Okay, does it have a verb in it that's actually used as a verb, not one that's used as a noun, like a gerund? So I want you to do analysis here. Don't be content, as I mentioned in one of my first videos, don't be content just to give small answers. Get in there and analyze and try to figure out what they're doing. That's assignment 4. The next few talk about figures, and I want you to do the same thing. I want you to really analyze what they're doing. Not just engineers use figures, but how do they use figures? Where do they use figures? And then you're going to look at how they introduce them and what information goes in the text itself versus what information goes in the captions. You want to make sure that you understand what the conventions are so that you can then do them in your own writing. You're going to be using figure captions just like they do. You're going to be introducing the figures in the text just like they do. You're going to start presenting yourself as an engineer by writing like an engineer. Okay? And all the rest of the assignments are fairly similar. You talk about figures and tables, and then you'll analyze the abstracts. Again, don't just say abstracts are specific. No. What do they have? One sentence for introduction, one sentence for methodology, one sentence for results? What do they do? Really try to analyze it. Be specific in your analysis to give someone imagine you're giving a freshman engineering student a list of guidelines for how to write or a manual for how to write a paper in engineering. All right, good luck and see you soon.